What's up everybody, it's Luai and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving headfirst into the incredible military might of Ukraine. You've seen the headlines, you know the stakes, and now it's time to get the full download on what makes this military force so formidable. We're talking manpower, firepower, and the kind of strategies that would make Sun Tzu proud. From the trenches to the skies, we're leaving no tank unturned, no fighter jet unexamined. So buckle up. Smash that like button for the algorithm, and get ready to explore the awe-inspiring power of Ukraine's military. We're kicking things off with the backbone of any military force, its people. The men and women of the Ukrainian armed forces, they are tough. We're talking hundreds of thousands of active personnel trained to the teeth and ready to defend their homeland with unwavering resolve. But it's not just about numbers, right? It's about the grit, the determination, the fire in their eyes. These soldiers are fighting for their families, for their homes, for every inch of their country. Since the conflict began, everyday citizens have been stepping up, learning to handle weapons, becoming citizen soldiers overnight. That's right, teachers, shopkeepers, grandmas, they're all ready to defend their country. This is a true people's army, united in their purpose and driven by an unbreakable spirit. They've proven their resilience time and again, holding the line against incredible odds. And you know what? That kind of courage? That's contagious. It spreads like wildfire, igniting a national pride that runs deep within every Ukrainian heart. Alright, we've seen the heart, now let's talk hardware. Ukraine's ground forces are a force to be reckoned with, packing some serious heat. We're talking tanks, armored vehicles, artillery pieces, you name it, they've got it, and they know how to use it, trust me. We're talking about some of the most experienced tank crews in the world, maneuvering those steel beasts like pros. They're masters of their terrain, utilizing hit-and-run tactics to devastating effect. But it's not just about the big guns, right? It's about the small unit tactics, the ingenuity, the ability to adapt and overcome. These soldiers are masters of their domain, turning every street corner, every tree line, into a defensive stronghold. And let's not forget about those anti-tank missiles, turning the tide of battle with every well-placed shot. The ground forces are the anvil in this fight, holding the line against overwhelming odds. Next up, we're taking to the skies with the Ukrainian Air Force. While outnumbered, these pilots are fearless, skilled, and absolutely vital in this fight. We're talking about MiG-29s and Sukhoi jets, soaring through the skies, engaging in dogfights, and raining down fire on enemy positions. Imagine the adrenaline pumping through those pilots' veins as they pull off those daring maneuvers. But it's not just about the fighter jets, right? They've got attack helicopters like the Mi-24 Hind, providing close air support to troops on the ground. Talk about a morale booster. You see that beast coming in low, spitting fire, it's enough to make the enemy think twice. And let's not forget about the drones, man. Drones are changing the game and Ukraine is using them to great effect. These pilots, these drone operators, they're the eyes in the sky, the guardians of the Ukrainian airspace. They are the wings of freedom, soaring high above the battlefield, symbols of hope for a nation fighting for its future. Now let's dive deep into the Black Sea with the Ukrainian Navy. They may not have the largest fleet, but they're packing a punch, defending their coastlines and strategic waterways. We're talking frigates, corvettes, missile boats, and even some sneaky submarines. They're patrolling those waters, challenging enemy ships, and making sure that Ukraine maintains control of its maritime domain. Remember that story about the Ukrainian soldiers on Snake Island telling that Russian warship to go screw itself? That was the Ukrainian Navy standing their ground, showing the world what they're made of. And don't underestimate the importance of those naval mines. They're like underwater traps waiting to spring on unsuspecting enemy ships. Boom! Just like that, you've got yourself a very bad day at sea. They've also got these badass special forces units like the Ukrainian Naval Infantry. The Ukrainian Navy might be small, but they're fierce, dedicated, and absolutely crucial in this fight. Alright, it's time to talk about the big guns, the game changers, the things that keep enemy commanders up at night, Ukraine's strategic weapons. We're talking about ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, and rocket artillery systems, the kind of firepower that can reach out and touch someone from hundreds of miles away. Remember those explosions you heard about at that Russian airbase in Crimea? Yeah, that was them. Ukraine isn't messing around. They've got these mobile missile launchers, constantly on the move, making them incredibly difficult to target. It's like trying to hit a moving target, while it's also trying to hit you back. And let's not forget about the psychological impact of these weapons. The enemy knows that Ukraine has the capability to strike back, to inflict serious damage. These strategic weapons are the iron fist of Ukraine's defense, a symbol of their resolve to defend their sovereignty at all costs. Now, building and maintaining a strong military doesn't come cheap, right? It takes a serious commitment of resources. But for Ukraine, it's not about throwing money at the problem, it's about smart investments in the tools and training they need to defend themselves. We're talking about allocating funds for new equipment, upgrading existing systems, and making sure those brave soldiers on the front lines have everything they need to get the job done. And it's not just about buying weapons, it's about investing in people. That means training, professional development, and making sure the men and women who put their lives on the line are well compensated and cared for. And guess what? A lot of this funding is coming directly from the Ukrainian people themselves. That's right, they're digging deep into their own pockets, donating what they can to support their armed forces. It's a true testament to their commitment to their country, to their future. Hold on to your hats, folks, because warfare is changing. We're not just talking about tanks and planes anymore, we're talking about the digital battlefield. And Ukraine is leveraging technology in some seriously innovative ways. We're talking about drones for reconnaissance and even targeted strikes, cyber warfare units battling it out in the digital realm, and secure communication networks keeping those frontline units connected. They're adapting, innovating, and staying one step ahead. But it's not just about the fancy gadgets, right? It's about the infrastructure that makes it all work. And they're doing it all with the help of international partners, sharing intelligence, coordinating efforts, and presenting a united front in the digital age. Now, let's talk about the power of friendship. Ukraine knows that it's not alone in this fight. They've forged strong bonds with nations around the world, and these alliances are providing vital support. We're talking about military aid, intelligence sharing, and diplomatic backing on the world stage. It's a team effort, with countries from all corners of the globe stepping up to provide assistance. These partnerships provide Ukraine with access to advanced weaponry, training, and crucial logistical support. But it's not just about the material support, right? It's about the message it sends. The world is watching and they're standing with Ukraine. They say that in real estate, it's all about location, location, location. Well, the same can be said for warfare, and when it comes to defending their homeland, Ukraine holds the high ground. We're talking about vast plains, dense forests, and rivers that crisscross the country. This terrain provides natural defensive positions and makes it extremely difficult for any invading force to maintain control. And the Ukrainian military knows how to use this to their advantage. They're masters of camouflage, concealment, and using the terrain to their advantage. This isn't just about geography, it's about turning their homeland into a fortress, a testament to their determination to defend every inch of their territory. You know what they say, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. Well, the same goes for national defense. Ukraine understands that true security comes from self-reliance, from being able to produce their own weapons and military equipment. We're talking about factories churning out tanks, armored vehicles, artillery pieces, and ammunition. They're not just defending their own freedom, they're becoming a beacon of hope for others who seek to resist oppression. There you have it, folks. We've taken a deep dive into the impressive military power of Ukraine. We've explored their manpower, their weapons, their strategies, and the unwavering spirit that drives them. From the front lines to the factories, from the skies to the seas, the Ukrainian military is a force to be reckoned with. So the next time you hear about Ukraine, remember this. This is a nation that will not back down, a people who will not be broken. Now don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next incredible video. And as always, thanks for watching.